Hello everyone. Today's video we're going to be seeing a beautiful pair of jhumkas. With the festival season approaching, I think this is the best time to put up probably a nice traditional jhumka video. So I start off with a slab of 0.3 centimeters in thickness, and this is my fettling knife, and I'm just using to make the slab nice and smooth. A round shaped cookie cutter, and I cut out a round shape. This is for the stud part. So if you've already seen my videos, I think I always say when you're working on a jhumka, try and work in parts. So we're working on the stud part first. Now that the stud is all nice and smooth, we can start designing it. I'm using my fettling knife for most of the designing part, rather for the carving part. I have a pendant that I have made in this particular design. And there you go, the stud is ready. This is a connector bead. This basically is a round terracotta bead which is dried, and it already has two nichrome wire U-pins. And I connect it to the stud. It's better that it is dry so that it's just easy for handling the entire piece. Now for the jhumka part. This is my jhumka mold lined with a little bit of oil, and I cut off the excess using my fettling knife. I smoothen this. This is just to get the base nice and flat. I am using a little bit of oil to smoothen it. This is a cookie cutter, the round shaped cookie cutter. This is only to get a marking so that I can scoop off the excess clay. This is a method I prefer, just placing the jhumka in the palm of my hand, and I'm able to grip it and scoop off the excess clay using this particular ribbon tool. It just makes the jhumka lighter, and it's a very necessary step, especially if I'm using that particular size in the jhumka mold. I definitely scoop the jhumka. I put it in again just to regain the shape. I mark the center with the help of a pen cap. With the help of my fettling knife, just do the zigzag design. So if you notice, I am using my fettling knife for about 95% of the design part, rather the carving part, except for the pen cap. I think everything else that I have done on this particular stud as well as the jhumka part below is with the help of my fettling knife. Apologies, the video is a bit out of focus over here. There you go, the jhumka part is ready. I put it back in. Now I do this step like 3 times. For the stick beads now, I leave about a little bit of gap because it does tend to shrink, so that will automatically bring the stick beads a little bit closer. Now that the stick beads are also in place, it's time to connect the stud part to the base part. So for all of this, I'm using a nichrome wire gauge 26 U-pin, and there you go, the pair of jhumkas are ready. Once the earrings have dried, it's fired in an electric kiln. And now that it's beautifully fired, much lighter in weight, it's time to paint. So I do bend the nichrome wires in this manner. That just helps lock the pin, and also it just keeps it all secure. So these are the only two colors that I am using, gold and a purple color. And those are my brushes. So I start off with diluting a little bit of paint. I have added a little bit of gold paint to this just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. And another thing is, with this particular color, I had to apply multiple coats. So I just let the paint dry between each of the coats. So I actually had to apply almost 3 coats for complete coverage. That does happen with a little bit of purple, I've noticed that. So this is now gold, undiluted gold paint, just dabbing it on the stud. And for the base part, I'll just use a liner brush and paint the design. So I'm just dabbing it in this manner. This is my liner brush. Now I didn't want to actually do that dabbing technique over here, because I just think it'll make the entire thing, entire jhumka part, a little too maybe in gold, which I didn't want. This is a beautiful color. In fact, it's not coming through very well in this particular light, but it's a it's a lovely color. In fact, I have a sari in this color that you'll see towards the end of the video. It's time to varnish. This is the product I use. I give it a good shake and transfer a little bit of contents into a bowl or a container. Now this varnish that I use can be diluted with a little bit of water, so that's what I typically do, and then I apply a nice even coat, and once it's all completely dried, it's time to assemble. I use E6000, and these are stud posts. I just apply a little bit of E6000, attach the stud post, press it down, and I let this dry for 72 hours before use.